This is rare. I just want to point it out because it probably won't happen for a long time. I am live on time and it's rare. We need to all appreciate that. We need to take a minute. We need to take a look. We need to take a look at that. Okay. Small steps, improvements. Okay. Confidence. Confidence. How are we today, everybody? I'm a little late again as far as in the day. Had quite a day today. Been doing stuff, been getting stuff done, been doing it, been getting it accomplished. In other words, I got it done. I got a lot done. Rain, thank you so much. I haven't changed the hair. I can't remember the last time I washed my hair. I'm going to be totally honest, Holly Day. Thank you so much. Been doing a lot of dry shampoo and it seems to be working. Marie J, thank you. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like the volume is really there. And I don't want to, I don't want to fix what's not broken. Okay. So we're just going to keep not washing the hair. Plus, you know what? We don't have anybody to answer to about that. Nobody has to say you need to wash your hair unless somebody sends me an email, which I'm sure I will be getting after this feed saying self-care, wash the hair. Ghost Rider, Kevin Conklin. Hey, Ann. Hey, Michelle P. Lilac Lime. Sandy Wandy made it. Mods, as always. I love you all. Rain Virus. Oh, that sucks, Rain. I didn't know that, but their eye exams are still way cheaper, girl. Cheaper than when I'm due for my exam this year. I'm going to Costco, even though my insurance will cover an exam for me. I don't have vision, but I have medical and I got the Beatus. But still, it's cheaper to do it at Costco, which we're going to talk about Costco today because what a day. Aileen, baby steps. Hey, Becky USA. Hey, Kaz, Evil Blue Eye. Hey, Just Joan. Sarah from Cali made it. Buffy Summers is here. Bethany Lynn, Skyfire. Thank you, Skyfire. Kimmy Steele. Therapy can cause you to be emotionally drained, but you know what, Kimmy Steele? Those are the good sessions, in my opinion, because that's when we unpack the stuff. That's when we self-reflect. That's when we take a look at ourselves, Kimmy. You know what I mean? Of course you do. Lumen, you're only on day 2 of dry shampoo. I think this might be like 5. Could be 4. I really can't remember a time before this, and I'm not lying. I don't remember anything. Pat Jonas, thank you. It's been a whirlwind, as you guys know. We've traveled through this whirlwind together in the last few days, and I'm starting to come out of it. I feel like I'm able to laugh again. Some silly things happened today, and I need your help. Quite frankly, I need help. I can't be stopped. I need to be stopped. I can't be controlled. I need to be controlled. Woofy. We'll come back to that. Let's put a pin in it because I don't think I said it right all 4 times. Lizzie the White Witch, Diana H. Hey, babe. Janet from Another Planet, Sherry LeBrun. Diana H. That's a kind thing to say, by the way. I don't think I didn't see it. Hey, Deanna Downey. Hey, Rachel Sandy. Liz Tricks. Becky USA again. It's okay. Jenny Wong. Linda McMillan. Thank you, Linda McMillan. Muffet Lou. No, I don't want to wash my hair too much anyway because we color it, right? I mean, it's females only. Yeah, no, Mark, you can be here. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. There's a reason for it. Okay. And I need to be stopped. Susan the Sage, Carla Childers, Alicia, Boomerang Beck. Dang, girl. My mom says this too. And I find that very strange. Like you're foreign to me if you say that. You've never tried dry shampoo. I literally have like 7 bottles in reserve. I bought years ago. Like I buy it every Black Friday and just stock up because it's my number one. I mean, that's not true. I do like my vitamin C serum. I like my cooter powder. I like my body spray. I like that perfume. I mean, there's some things that I'm like, I need, but dry shampoo is number 1. Mary Haynes. Hey, babe. Hey, Joe Virus. Noah Wright says, interesting. It is, Noah. It is. Stay tuned. Hey, Xenu and the Body Thetans. Thank you, Ghost Rider. Oh, frame number. I have this frame in red, black, and tortoise. It's my favorite. Tom Ford, 5641B. All over eBay. All over eBay, Ghost Rider. Darcy's. Hey, Noreen. The Real Life School, Deborah Ricci. Deborah Ricci, please don't be afraid of dry shampoo. Deborah Ricci, there's no reasons for this. That's absolute nonsense. Whoever lied to you about it lied to you, Deborah. And we need to unpack that, right? We need to get through it. We need to get to the other side of it because, I get being afraid of a pap smear. I understand being afraid of a colonoscopy, right? We're not going to be scared of dry shampoo, Deborah. We're not going to do it. It's 2025. Somebody lied to you in the early 2020s, and that was false information. Okay, I fact checked it. It was totally proven to be. It's proven by scientists, is what it is, Deborah. And we're going to work through it. Okay, you and me. We're going to hold hands through the dry shampoo tunnel of dry shampoo because it's important that you do it. Okay, it's honestly very important to me. Kind of like a pop of red. Guys, remember when we came up with the pop of red? We invented it. Remember? We need to continue to do this. And honestly, I feel like some of you are falling back on that, and I need to see more of it. I'm starting to feel like people forgot or they're just not doing it anymore. I notice. I just want you to know I notice. I haven't said anything till today, but I notice. Yeah, Sarah from Cali. Am I super behind? Oh boy. Yes, I am. Thank you, Leslie D. We are back to our regular scheduled programming, which is my messy life. We are back to it. Don Moore, Lori Ellingson, because don't think it's not still a mess. It really, quite frankly, it's probably the biggest mess on YouTube. I'm going to be honest. You're about to witness YouTube in its most purest. Ruth, Barefoot April, C-Dub, Jeannie Wright, Shannon Trim. Hey, Christine, General Boa, Lori Lee. Let's see who else. Inner Sparkle Monkeys here. Shay B, Aaron G. Best dry shampoo. I've tried them all and also backed by science. Glad you asked. I prefer Moroccan oil for light tones. Aaron, you look like you have light tones in that photo. If it's changed since then, which we all do that too, they have it for dark tones. And I highly recommend it. I really do. My other favorite hair care line is Amika. They have one for super dirty hair. I think they made it just for me. It's like for extra dirty, like it's for like dirty girls. And I do prefer that one as well for like if I'm going to go past this day 6 mark. I use that one. Thank you. Love you. Let's see. Well, what a little angel poo-poo head, Mark Hardman. Thank you. Hey, Shy Bear. Dry shampoo makes your hair fall out. You're not using the right one, Susan. And honestly, I find that to be hard to believe. I really do, but I'll believe you, Susan. I often believe you. I have a hard time with that one. Hey, VT Kitten. Who else is here? Angie Moe. Kid is here. Jeanette Rexford. Hey, love it. Do you really, Joe Virus, or are you just saying that? Kid, ever since I started letting you sit on the front porch, you think you're this like wilderness, bobcat, and you're not. You're a butterball and you're going to get eaten, and that's going to be on you. Honestly, I'm not taking responsibility this time. Let's see. Mary's Gemini Mind. Interesting, Mary. My daughter got me the best birthday gift, a cameo message from our favorite lawyer. You are effing kidding me. And it was your birthday. And I'm almost positive. I feel like I knew that. First of all, okay, kid, it's a lot. I can't multitask like this. I can't carry 20 pounds and try to multitask. Kid, figure out your life. Make the right choices and then do it, okay? I want you to just not think about it. Just do it. Alicia, I love that. Happy birthday. And he is my favorite lawyer. Speaking of that guy, is he single? I'm asking for somebody else. Happy birthday, Alicia. And that's amazing. And I would love to get that. Like, how much do I have to pay to get that? Can he just send a message to me saying whatever I want him to say, even though it's not my birthday? Okay. Bethany Lynn, I'm really behind. I'm going to have to skip ahead. And we know I hate doing that. Hey, Deborah again. Taking you to the store now in Reese, I trust. Okay, but Deborah, I get it. And we want to go to the store with you, but you also need to get over this fear of dry shampoo. Okay. And I'm going to work with you on that. We're going to work through that together, but we really need to. It's just something that we've been worried about for a while and we have to work through it. Like I said, Critters Creations. Yes, it is. Hey, love it. Angie, welcome. Carrie Brown. Thank you, Carrie Brown. Hey, Peaceful Drama. I've never heard of that brand, Rain. It smells like Moroccan oil products. I love the smell of the Moroccan oil products, Dawn Moore, and it smells amazing. I wonder if Moroccan oil. I wonder if dry shampoo is black girl hair approved. I have platinum blonde hair, but it's ooh cool. Um, that I don't know, but Shay B. So if you go to Sephora, they have a line that they were trying to sell to me, but I just I'm kind of a diehard about certain products. It was called Pattern, and it's for different just textures of hair in general, like different ethnicities. And they swore by it. They said it was amazing if they make a dry shampoo, but otherwise try the Moroccan oil. I just can't answer that. I don't know, but I would go somewhere like Sephora. They have dry shampoo, Moroccan oil dry shampoo there. So you could just ask. I don't know, honestly. It's a great question, though. Hey, Denise. Hey, Alana. Am I super behind? Hey, Anna Banana. Dang it. I don't like getting this behind. It's weird for me. Aileen, I just wanted to tell you that I think you're doing great. I'm very happy to see you getting back to your true self. Yay. Aileen, I'm feeling it, girl. And I have to. I have to. I'm maybe in denial. That could be, right? There's things going on behind the scenes that I can't talk about that are uncomfortable, but at the same time, you have to live your life. It's like and I'm being serious. I have to put one foot in front of the other. Aileen, thank you for being a member. I have to move forward, right? Hey, Nicole Hazel Miller. Reese, I have a migraine. Can you tell my brain to behave and stop causing me pain? It won't listen to me. Thanks. Yeah, totally. It needs to stop. Just like ask it to leave. That's what a Scientologist would do. When can I be the favorite lawyer? You can, and you are, Denise. I don't know who said you weren't. Oh, it's a dude. Alicia, what's that guy's name? Is it James Sexton, I think? I watch his reels and I caught up. Oh, love it. That's not a bad idea. Baby powder will work as dry shampoo as long as it's talc free. Thank you, Denise Autry. Um, he's a thing for me, and he's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know where this dude came from. I don't know why he's famous. Alicia can tell you a lot more. I'm into it. Yes, James Sexton. I don't even know why I'm attracted to him. That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. We need to do this. We have to dive into it. Let the judgments begin. Okay. That's totally fine with me. We're going to carry on with our life. Hey, Sam Vibro Fox. Heather, you're not really late. We just got here ourselves. Celebrating 4 months. Jessica, I love you and I hope you never leave us. And you're cute. Thank you for being a member, babe. Hey, no one. So, oh, here we go, Lacey. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. This is why I can't talk about. Hey, Glenda Stevenson, dangerous journeyman. I can't talk about drama elsewhere in the world because I've got enough of it here within my soul. It's there. Okay. Um, I've really been putting out fires for you, Susan. I don't even know what that means, but I want to laugh at it. Hey, April Goodson. That's okay, babe. Uh, Avita dry shampoo. I have not heard of. No, I know Avita. My sister used that line. That line. Yeah. Thank you for that. Why do you think we don't like you? Oh, you like him too, Liz Tricks? Is it his eyes? I'm kind of into his tattoos. Um, oh my God, you just left a creepy relationship. You must be a very lonely woman. Hunter Bay, yeah. Thank you for summing me up. I'm assuming you must be a therapist. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for knowing what I am, and I'll go ahead and sum you up as well. Yeah, I am a lonely woman though. You got that right, Hunter. So you're not wrong actually. Um oh yeah, I've got a thing for him. Hey Pat Kimbrell, I've got a thing for him. Yes, I forgot to mods. I forgot to have a conversation with you before this feed. So going back to regularly scheduled programming mods, we are going to pull back on the hate. Oh, my shirt. It's one of my favorite sweatshirts by my favorite handbag maker, Claire V. Um, oh no, is James Sexton gay? Oh, you just ruined it for me. He's gay? I was gonna try to see about it for my friend. Um, Can you use dry shampoos when you use products in your hair? Absolutely, you can. He is attractive, but he's a bit young. Hey, Teresa Clay, he is too young for me. Oh, he's not gay. Okay, Alicia knows him personally, so he's not gay. Okay. I don't know. It's the tattoos. It's the three-piece suit. It's the confidence, and it's the relationship advice that dude gives. He is so intelligent. He's like, why would you get married? He's a divorce attorney, and he's like, really, he represents like really wealthy people. He's famous for some reason. I don't know. But like, he is all about statistics, and he's like, well, he's kind of a dick about it. Like, he's like, why would you get married? Like, sell marriage to me. Like, he's just very matter of fact. And he's like, why, when marriages end like in 67 or whatever percent divorce, he's like, and skydiving like is a 0.00001% chance. Like, meow, just looked him up, Holiday. Let's just play a clip of him real quick. He does have a point. And he sold me on it, like never getting married again, unless it's like, you know, I mean, let's just live up to my name, unless it's like Warren Buffett or something. But I mean, what do we have in common? You know, he's from Omaha. I'm from Omaha. His house was down the street from mine. You're right. I should give him a call. There's a lot in common there. Noreen, Reese, I did call my friend yesterday, and we had cried for 3 hours. Guys, Noreen said yesterday she was inspired and going to call a friend after 5 years and make up with her and take some accountability. Oh my God, I will always be grateful to you. I know yesterday was very harsh for you, but you made someone's life better. I love being here with you guys. That's so amazing. That's amazing, Noreen. And I love that story. Keep us in your plan about that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Tell us what's going on with your friend. Tell us how that's going. Keep us in the loop is what I can't put words together. Jeffrey, is it Jeff? Oh, different Jeff. Hey, Jeffrey, welcome. You're still welcome. For a second, I thought it was the ex. Okay, let's see if I can just find something. Hey, mods, can I play a clip of this James dude, Alicia, or am I going to get like, is he going to sue me? Because he's a lawyer, let's be honest. I mean, it would be worth it just to see him in person. Again, for my friend. Not me, right? Let's see, where is he? Because I save a lot of that dude's reels. Dude makes too much sense. You can't avoid it. Once you hear him, you can't unhear him. Where is he? Where are you, James? I save a lot of reels. James, where are you? James? Can I play it? Take your chances. Ooh, he has the whole package. Ooh, there he is.
Think life is a game you can't win.
Yeah, I don't think there's any winning.
Yeah.
You die. Like, that's the only truth. Every story, starts the same. You were born. Like, every Wikipedia page starts the same. They were born. And every Wikipedia page will end exactly the same. They died. That's it.
He's very matter of fact, but it kind of gets me going. I'm not going to lie. Like, that one surprises me. What color is this lip stain? I got it in my pocket for you. That one surprises me because usually he talks about divorce. That's pretty much all he talks about. Hey, Teresa, poked by medical people. I had to have another MRI brain scan today, and I hate those things. Teresa, we're with you, girl. I don't see the attraction, says Noah. Teresa, I love you. He is hot. This is number 93, and I'm pretty into it. It's a nice mixture of red and pink. It's like a pinky red. Hey, Hope, Between the Dreams. What is there anything else? Do we have any like divorce ones? Because honestly, that's where my mind needs to go, is like, don't be with anybody for the rest of your life. It's just not smart. Just don't do it. Don't be with anyone. I want to talk about this for real, by the way. I went to Costco today, and I swear to God, I have like something stamped on my head that says I'm single. The lawyer, guy is hot. Yeah, he's hot. Where are his reels? I've saved all these damn Mel Robbins reels, and now I can't find him. Nothing against Mel Robbins because we love her too. I'm going to yell something to Hux. Hold on. Okay. I was telling him to turn the heat down. I'm too hot. Okay, here's one, but I don't know. If there's music to it, I can't play it.
I don't believe people cheat when they're happy. I'm an expert on infidelity now. Like, I've spent a lot of time with the cheated on and a lot of time with the cheaters. And I got to tell you, Yang, you spend enough time with either of them. I wish there were good guys and bad guys. There kind of aren't. I've rarely seen people who cheat to hurt the other person. Usually, you're not thinking about the other person, and you should have been. Like, I don't know a lot of people that are like, I'm going to go out and cheat on my partner. Usually what it is they go out and they like the affection of this other person. They like the attention of this other person. And then they cross lines they shouldn't have crossed. And they're not doing it.
He's just very matter of fact, honest though. Like, he really does make a lot of sense. Hey, Wanda, don't be with anyone for the rest of your life. No problem. Here's the thing, guys. I really do want to unpack this. I can't do that. Thank you, Hux. I can't do that. I like men a lot, and that's a problem. So let's back it up to a couple of days ago when I had therapy. I never talked about this. Hey, Susie with an S. Hey, Lisa Vining. I didn't talk about this part of therapy the other day just because I had too many other things to talk about. And yeah, General Boa. Antoinette, I'm all over that girl. I've had that for a while. My therapist asked me, he said, what are you like? What? Hey, Annika. Wow. Thank you, Annika. He said, what are you interested in when it comes to a man? Like, when you do decide to date, he was like, well, tell me what you. Is that your brother? Does he want in? Oh, okay. Okay. He said, what is it like? Let's talk about that. And I said, I don't want to date anybody for a long time. Obviously, we have a lot to work on here in therapy. And he said, totally agree, but it's okay to talk about it. And I said, okay. And he said, what is it that you would be interested in when you do, hey, Luna, want to meet someone? And this was bad. Took me a minute. It really took me a minute. And I said, the first thing I said, it would be really cool, like, it would be really important to me going forward to not be with anybody that their go-to is yelling at me, like yelling, like just angry, just aggressive. That's their response to things. It's kind of their go-to. Our autistic Margot, I love that, and thank you for saying so. Yeah, loyalty, but I didn't say that, Kim. I just said the first thing to me going forward, a red flag will be anybody that goes from 0 to 100, first of all. But just, I don't want anybody yelling at me. And I know that sounds crazy, but the last two guys are hardcore yellers, big time. Hey, December, thank you. Big time yellers. It's kind of their go-to. Just mad, like just anger. And so I was like, my therapist is just staring at me as I say that. And I said, he didn't give me a response. And so he kind of gave me a weird look. And I said, but maybe not. I said, maybe that's not realistic. And he said, what? And I said, finding a guy that doesn't yell. Like, I said, maybe people there are not. Maybe that doesn't exist. Maybe that's not a thing. Like, Fred didn't yell at me, but Fred's the exception. He was much older. Hey, Shannon, see, outside of Fred, I just said, maybe it's not realistic to find a guy that doesn't yell. I said, so that's all I can think of right now is like, that's at the top of my list. And he went, okay. He said, yeah, you can't be dating right now. And I said, well, I know that. Hey, Laura Lou. He goes, Is that really like, is that your the first thing you thought of? And I said, yeah, that's what I would like that. I would like to have a guy that doesn't yell at me. And he said, okay, Reese, he said, you, I think, and this was interesting. And I hadn't thought about it this way. He goes, that's the lowest bar, first of all. He goes, there's plenty of men that don't yell. He said, but two, he said, I think that gathering from just the childhood talk today, he said, you were so used to getting the bare minimum, like crumbs. He said that that's kind of what you seek now is just like, if I could just get this. And I said, I never thought about that. And he said, yeah, that's what it looks like is you were so used to just like hardly anything that's, hey, pepper jelly. That's kind of he said, I'm noticing that, he said, there's plenty of men. And he said, you have the bar very, very, very low. And I said, you think there are plenty of men that don't yell? He said, yeah, like, yes. So he just said, I want you to be thinking about like true things that you would be interested in your next relationship if you choose to have one at one point. So I didn't give it a lot of thought until today. I started to kind of think about it. Each day that passes, yes, Denise, each day that passes, I'm starting to, I'm not going to get into it, but like there are things each day, each moment where I'm like, I think of things that happened and I'm like, that was probably not true. Now I don't know what to believe on that. Like things like that are unraveling for me. But I went to Costco today. Oh, for sure, Panko, for sure. So I go to, hey, Sophia, I went to Costco today and I get to the door and, Alan's at the door. It's always Alan. And I see him every time I go. And I don't think he knows who I am, but I recognize the people that I recognize. And I walked to the door and I had my card and I scanned it and I went, hey, Alan. And he was like, hey, girl. And he was more chatty today. And he said, been waiting on you to get here. And I said, Alan, you little sweet pea, you little sweet tart. What are you doing, you button nose? And he went, it had to be you, girly. And he was much older. And I was like, what? Oh, kind of gave me a lot of attention. So I get past Alan and I'm kind of feeling good about myself. I had my lipstick on and that's important. And, I'm in the aisle looking for Huxley's protein crap. And another gentleman gave me the time of day. Burly fella, burly man. I liked it. Good beard. I'd clock him to be 60, maybe 55. And I bud Buffy, I don't do that, girl. And hey, new life plan. And I was on the phone at this point, and I was saying how I don't want to go get my Tennessee driver's license because my Missouri one I look cute in. And I was like, driver's licenses are like 8 years long. What if it's an ugly picture? Like, I'm not willing to trade and get a Tennessee one. Like, I don't want that. Like, what if it's ugly? My picture happens to look pretty damn good. Like, every time I go through TSA, they're like, damn, girl, is that really you? You look like shit today, but is this you? Like, yeah, it's good. I look good. Looks good. And so that's why I won't do it. And I didn't buy anything, Holiday. I didn't buy anything because I wanted to see how much it costs. But thank you, Holiday. I knew that. And thank you. So there is a time limit or laid out path to moving past lifelong trauma. D. Jill, yes. So, hey, cutesy Jay. I say that and I'm on the phone. I said, I don't want to. I don't want to get a new driver's license because my picture's cute. Yeah, and here Rachel gets it. Dang, see? New license pictures are a gamble. Like, why risk that? I don't want to. So anyway, this cute burly man was like, this dude pulls his driver's license out and like does this to me. And he goes, here's my license. He goes, I didn't want to get a new one either. And his license said Alaska. And I said, oh, is that's why you look so burly. You're from Alaska. I said, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And he was like, yeah, damn straight, girl. And I was like, what's going on today? Nobody ever talks to me like that. Like rarely. Hey, Armine, it's not very often. Oh, um, I'm live. Let me think about it. Might need a day, but maybe not. Not sure. Okay. Hey, Skyfire, that's cool. So the point, buttoning this story up, wrapping things up. That's what I thought. Is it the pigtails? Is it my pigtails? I had a married dude with his wife today. I was getting goldfish crackers. Mary Beth, I'm sorry. And hey, shards of words. Dude was with his wife. And I said, I was on the phone still. And he walked past me, and this guy was like, and I mean like full on smiling, hey, crime me a river. And his wife was like a little bit ahead of him, and we were both kind of like, and he wouldn't move, and the goldfish were like behind him. And Cindy B, there really isn't a topic. We're trying. I'm trying, girl. And still smiling. And I went, hi. And he was like, hi. And I was like, what's going on? Is it these? Is it this? It's weird. It's weird when I do pigtails. Remember that time when I was married to Jeff and some dude that was like campaigning for city council? I was wearing shorts and a tank top in my house, and I had pigtails. This was like 3 years ago. Okay. I wasn't that old. And he knocks on my door. Jeff wasn't home. And I opened the door. I'm not kidding. I posted this on Facebook. This was way before I had a YouTube channel. This dude, I opened my door, and he's got like a clipboard. He wants people to get signatures. And I said, hi. And he goes, hi. Is your mom or dad home? And I was like, keep going. Yes. I said, I'm the owner of the house. My husband's not here. And he said, oh my God. He said, you look really young. I'm sorry. And I was like, I don't care what you need me to sign. Hand it the F over, son. I will sign whatever you want me to sign right now. I was like, do you want me to take my shirt off? What is best for you? Do you want a picture? I don't know. But it was a lot. And I'll never forget that. It was crazy. He was like, is your mom or dad home? And I was like, tits out, teeth out. It worked. It was amazing. Yeah, it must be the pigtails. He was embarrassed too. I don't think he was like trying. I said, I'm the owner of the house. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, this is great. These no forehead wrinkles really work for me. Okay. Be honest. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. And it's a problem. And so now we jump to the serious. It's a problem. I'm back for you, Jem. I am happy that you're back. Jem's journey. I remember your picture. That's awesome, girl. Welcome. You're Laura? My first time getting to say hi during a live. I love your show, Reese, and for what it's worth, I'm proud of you. Laura, that means the world. Thank you, Laura Williams. That's crazy. Thank you, babe. That's so kind. Men being in the pigtails, red flag. I didn't get the guy's number. He was with his wife. I'm just saying, like, Alan was chatty today at the door at Costco, Alaska dude, married guy at Publix. I'm just saying there seems to be, thank you, Jem. There seems to be, right? So we need to put a females only sign around my neck next time I go out. Can I please do a GRWM? What the hell is that? Makeup or show us your makeup stash. Danger Zone. I would love to do that, but I don't think anybody else cares. So Danger Zone, maybe just call me and I'll tell you. I don't know. Yeah, I would do it. Absolutely. No problem. But no one else cares. No one cares, honestly. I might. Why did I ditch the pigtails? What do you mean? Denise Autry says, don't give up on love. There are good men out there. You're beautiful and you can be picky about who you're with. I'm never going to give up. I don't give up. I'm not giving up at all. Danger Zone. Oh, get ready with me. Okay. I don't want to believe that evil blue eye. That's a pedo thing. I mean, I hope not. Ugh. I mean, I like pigtails on women. I think it's adorable. I hope that's not true. I'm hearing Canadian geese. Wow. I would do it, guys, but I don't do makeup well. I'm not good at it. I mean, sure, I'll do it with you. Absolutely. I actually have, okay, that was my next question. Better together. So relatable. I got done up to the nines for a passport pic. Yes. At AAA, the day I went to apply to look, I looked homeless. My AAA pics were just off center enough to make more pics look homeless. Yeah. So me too. My pictures usually turn out like a totally like a mugshot. Like I just went, it's my first day of parole. That's usually what my pictures look like. Better together. And thank you for your super chat and your honesty. That's my next question. What? Sorry to interrupt your story here, but I just came on here to tell you I'm also from Omaha, and all the things people think is weird or out of place is because we are from Omaha. Go the Greek. Okay, that's a different comment, and that's one way to live your life. I don't understand what you mean by that, but I'm willing to admit that I'm very weird. I admire that about you, Reese. You don't give up. Jennifer, thank you. I'm not giving up. You're almost 46 and you don't have forehead wrinkles either. We might be related, girl, if you're from Omaha too. There's a chance. There's a chance. My dad probably effed around a lot. Hey, Meredith. So that's the other question. I went to the Goodwill like a week ago, and all the stuff is still in the bag that I bought. They were having a sale. I signed up for their text messages. I got a text that they were having a sale. I have like a pain in my side. Sorry, I'm stretching. It hurts. Like it hurts when I breathe in. Hey, Kimberly Martin. So I have a Goodwill haul. Okay. They had a sale and it's all still in the bag. Can I change in front of you guys or is that like illegal? Like, can I take off my clothes? Like, I think I can because Trini London, who I follow, Trini Woodall, she gets dressed in front of her audience and like is in her bra and undies and nobody cares. I just don't want to get like, I don't want any more, like they're coming to get me. So I wondered, can I show you guys my Goodwill haul? Like, can I do that? I don't know. Like, I don't mind getting dressed in front of you guys at all, but I just didn't know if it's like, am I going to get arrested for that too? There's such a long list of things that I keep being told that they're coming to get me for. And, I'm still escaping the law somehow. But the law does know me around here. I just want to make that very known. The law around here is well aware of who I am, sadly. It is a shame, and they know it, and I know it. And I didn't know it until just the other day, but now I know that they know who the hell I am in a good way. Yeah, Kim is blue. I don't know. I just, really, Yadira? Would I be? Huh. I don't know. Okay. Michelle P. Yeah, didn't intend to do that. Okay. I mean, so should we do like I was thinking about maybe doing that tomorrow, my Goodwill haul. It's not now I kind of feel regret about it. I'm like, it's probably really ugly stuff, but it's one of those things like when there's a sale like that, I just couldn't say no. I felt like I was going to lose money. Reese, you vicious criminal. They do. They do. It's a shame. You know, when I've been to the police station a few times lately and I'll tell you, I'm just going to drop this little it was a lot. It was a lot. I went to the police station, have to hand over some things, do some things and oops, oh shit, I just unplugged that. And I'm not kidding you guys. I don't even know what I just did. So, oh, help me. Okay, this is unplugged, but where was it? That's the question. All right, well, I'm gonna have to get on my damn knees. Hold on. I'm not kidding, you guys. I went to the police station and the cops were like, I said, hey again, because you know they know me from before when I was in trouble with the law. Guys, they were like, oh yeah, no, we know who you are. And I was like, yeah, no, I remember you guys confiscated my rifles. And they were like, no, we watch your show. I'm not fucking kidding you right now. And I was like, what? And they were like, no, we know who you are. We watch your show. We've watched your show. I was like, okay, bye. It's worth getting killed over. Just forget I said anything. Hold on. Technical difficulties, everybody. Take a commercial break. Okay, I plugged her in. Hold on. Okay, I really am feeling 40 now. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, that was a lot. Glad I vacuumed in here today because I got the cat hair on the floor. Yeah, no, they knew who yep. I'm not kidding, by the way. I was like, are you serious? And they were like, yeah, no, we've seen your show. We've watched your show. And I said, well, do you guys want to take a picture together, or am I getting arrested now? Or like, do I take off all my jewelry? Like, what do I do? No, it was weird. And luckily, we all found humor in it. And they couldn't have been nicer, by the way. Nicest people. They do watch my show. They said that. And one of them was like, you really say some silly things, girl. And I was like, that's enough. Let's just get back to what we were doing. But I was like, what do you like about me? Not kidding. And it was a problem. And I have problems and I can't be around men. And that's what I'm trying to say. There's nobody out there for me, and it's too late. But it's good to know, hey, Carrie Wilson, that I'm taken care of. I felt very comforted in my tiny town. I did dial up the flirt. Yeah, I was like, now what? Yeah, I was. I was like, this is uncomfortable. I thought he was kidding. He goes, yeah, you have a YouTube channel. And I was like, uh-oh. I suddenly felt very unsafe. I was like, I gotta go. I love you too, Mandy. Yeah, it was weird, but so kind, so nice. They were very friendly, very friendly. And yeah, a police officer. That's what I was thinking. Next guy, police officer. Last guy, criminal. Next guy, cop. Right? It makes sense for the book, does it not? Come on. Relatable Reese brought you in part by Bag of Glass. What does that mean? Yeah, nice guys though. I love that rabbit flea. From a crim to a cop. Yeah, yeah. Very friendly. Yeah, he asked me that. He was like, "Do you he said, "What were you doing like with this situation?" Like what he was also a therapist. And hey John, he was very kind about it, but he was just kind of like trying to insinuate like why did you get yourself into this mess that you've brought upon my desk? And I just said, I have problems. And he said, do you have a criminal record? And I was like, no, I've had one speeding ticket when I was 21. No, I don't even drink. And he said, just, I don't know how we get out. How are we going to get ourselves out of this one? And I said, if the God willing and the creek's rising and the frogs are chirping and however the sun, my God, look who it is. This is crazy. Mel Rogers. Guys, Mel, can I tell everybody who you are? I don't want to say it. Yeah, I think I need a lot of prayer, to be honest. It's probably just a lot of prayer. Yeah. Hey, John, it's concerning. And just doing that deep dive also, like, what do I want in a guy? That's the other problem. This is why I have an addiction. It's a problem. And being in all seriousness, Mel, this is such an honor, my friend. But I don't want to tell everybody who you are if you're not comfortable with it. So just like give me a thumbs up or a yes. Oh, you can tell them about me. Okay, guys. So this is amazing. This is Mel Rogers, and he is I assume, former Scientologist, and we were on staff together. We did a lot of stuff in the course room together. He and I partnered up, twinned up, did all kinds of stuff in Scientology together. He was in the Sea Org, very good longtime friend of mine. And Mel, I think you just got married, by the way. Congratulations. I told you on Facebook, but this is an honor. Hey, Mary Barons, this is an honor. He knows all my people at Kansas City Org. He knows my mother and father-in-law very well. He knows Huxley. He knows Michael. He was there when we got married. Like, Mel knows everything. Mel is not a declared SP though, as far as I know. He probably will be now, honestly, now that he just came to my page. But God, I have this pain in my side. Sorry, I'm gonna stretch again. I agree with that. Yeah. You got declared? No way. Where was he in the Sea Org? That I don't know. Hey, Allison Metcalf Palumbo. Why do I feel like you went to Canada or something? I don't know why I have a memory of that, but I could be wrong, Mel. I would love to have you on my channel sometime, but I've told you that in a private message. Did I ask if the cops liked and subscribed? No. And honestly, I wish I wouldn't have brought it up now because, oh, you're dead filed. Okay. Okay. I don't have to poop, Woofy. I pooped twice today, actually. I'm good there. Um, Fire and rescue, EMTs are the best. Yeah, guys, I won't be dating. I'm not going to be dating. Mel Rogers knows Dan O'Connor very, very well. Yeah, he knows everybody I know, pretty much. Mel Rogers and I know the exact same people from the Kansas City org, but he knows Dan O'Connor very well. What is dead filed? Like, just he's no longer active at all. Yeah, we welcome you for sure, Mel. Like he's been just filed away, not active. They're not trying to recover him, all those things. Yeah, it would be cool to have Mel on with us. I've asked him to interview with us, but you know, I don't expect that out of former Scientologists. It's a big ask. It is. It's a big ask, you guys. I don't want to pressure. It's like my mom and my sister. I'd love to have them on, but I'm not pressuring that. I would love to have them tell their stories. You know what? I bet that's what it is. This is my first water again today. Good though. I put lemon juice in it. If you're dead filed, does that mean you're an SP? No. Yeah, it's basically a PTS declare with caveats. It's sort of a declare. Yeah, sort of. What is SP? Woofy, SP stands for suppressive person, and it's when you have been yeah, there you go. Mel just explained dead filed. Is when you get nasty with someone, they don't like it, so they put a label on you, pretty much. Thank you, Elizabeth. You're right. Suppressive person, Woofy, is the ultimate. You're exiled, disconnected from your. They equate a suppressive person to Hitler, so I'm not saying you're Hitler. They say that. I know Kim is blue. I'm not taking good care of my body right now. Just too many steps this week of things I needed to get done, and you know, keep myself safe. I believe it does, Sophia. Does dead filed mean you're off the mailing list? That's right, Woofy. So, in all seriousness, I have a long, hey, Susie with an S. Yeah, you caught up. Okay. I have a long way to go as far as truly, I know we're joking about it. It does. Mel says that it does mean you're off the mailing list. Mel, I'm so happy to see you in this feed. Have you ever come in before? And where were you in the Sea Org? Our friend is asking. But Mel, that's amazing. I'm really happy to see you. Mel and I, it's short for Melvin. Melvin and I did, hey, Nancy Wagner, we did a lot of stuff together in the academy. We did a lot of like TRs, and he helped me a lot with my courses. He was always helpful, always helpful. I loved Mel, always got along with him. That's crazy, Kim is blue, but yeah, you are in Clearwater. Thank you, Cutesy J. So, in all seriousness, this is why, like, I have a real problem because I really do want to do a deep dive into this. What I don't even really know what love is to me. Like, what does it mean? Was Mel there when Dan hit you with the fax machine? He was not. Mel came in a little bit later. In order to do an interview, I need to get a camera mic, etc., etc. I need to get that first. If you have a computer, like you don't need a mic. My computer has a built-in mic, but I don't know what you have. But I would love to do an interview with Melvin on what he witnessed. Could be, yeah. Titan, or I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you, Woofy. Thank you for saying that. Thanks, Mara. So it really kind of, after that therapy, as much as I'm laughing about this, there's some serious parts. I don't know what I knew what love was with Fred, but let's be totally honest. You guys know me pretty well. I'm attracted to people that like I feel like, hey, Dawn, I feel like I equate attention and like flirtatious attention and behavior to like that's safe and good for me. I should connect with that. I was in Scientology for 19 years. I still struggle sometimes. Of course you do. Mel, of course you do. Yeah, Kelly Hicks. Melvin, that's totally okay. Diane, DS Kitty, welcome, girl. It's totally okay that you struggle. I want you to know that from me to you. It's totally okay. And if you ever do want to or are able to come on sometime, you're always welcome here. I'd love to talk with you. The way I've always seen it, says Leslie, is you were born into abuse. Yeah, there's some truth to that, I'm sure. Thank you, Kim. Reese, you are such an intelligent, insightful woman who is beautiful inside and out. I think you need to hear. I love you, Kim. Thank you for saying that. It is human to struggle for sure. Mel's wife, I don't know the answer to that, Wanda. I don't know anything about Melvin currently. Reese is a good friend of mine, says Melvin. I will get a computer and have a laptop. I will. Let me get a computer. I have a laptop. Okay, well, that should work. But just message me, Melvin. Just message me. I so appreciate you sharing your therapy with us, Reese. I'm fascinated with what makes people do what they do. Yeah, thank you, Muffet Lou. Melvin's not alone. He just got married. I'm really happy for him. Okay, Andy, I'll do it. I'll do it. So Melvin says his wife is not a Scientologist. I didn't think so, but I didn't know. I didn't recognize her on your Facebook, so I assumed she wasn't, but I wasn't sure. I don't want to assume anything. Anyway, guys, I just want to say that I'm actually not going to stay on as long today, but I have a lot of things to work on with me. I need to spend time with Huxley. That's where my loyalty truly lies, even though I'm being silly and talking about flirting and all of that, which I think is harmless, by the way. I don't have anything wrong with that, and I'm not going to not do that. Yeah, Joe Virus, I need and crave those flirts, hugs, and cuddles. Learning about unconditional love with friendship right now will help you figuring out what you want from the future romantic relationships. Agree 100% with that, Teresa. Lisa Kelson, you look beautiful. I want you to know you are in my prayers. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, Buffy. I do know love, but I think it's a little bit, for me, unsteady and unstable. And, hey, Kat, I'm worried about that because look at the last situations I got myself into. And, I just think men who show me attention at this point in my adult life, I lap that up. Like, that's what got me here in the first place. And I don't know how to. Thank you, Shell. I don't know how to, hey, cosmic connection. What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know how to separate the two. Like, just because someone flirts and gives you attention doesn't mean that you should play into that, right? But I also do it with women. Like, thank you, Annette Rose. I think I just like, it's not necessarily attention, like doesn't have to be flirtatious and sexual or anything like that. Hey, Debbie A. It's more just I crave talking to people, words, connection. Like I just really, really enjoy that. And I think that that's not a bad thing on its own. Where it becomes a bad thing is that I fall for masculine, especially attention that gives me like that's flirtatious. I feel like I really pull toward that. And that's not good because not everybody has true and good intentions. Now, flirtatious from behavior from men is not a bad thing. Fred was super flirty. Fred was great, right? But yeah, go slow. Of course, Kim is blue. Guys, there's not even any slow going right now. I'm not doing anything. Hey, Rev girl, but I just thought I would come on here and talk about that because it's slippery. I am a chatty person that will talk to anyone. Robin Miners, thank you for, I said this the other day, but you weren't on the stream. I did get it. I need to wear it. Thank you so much for the name tag. It's hilarious. Robin Miners sent me a name tag that says Reese, and under it says digital panhandler. It's hilarious. If you get the butterflies, run. Liz Tricks, thinking maybe you need to learn how to love yourself first. Once you do, the right person will be attracted. Well, I think that's the first thing. Oh my God. What? Good Lord, son. I think that's the first thing and foremost, right? Shamey? What is it, Bobs? Shamus? What is it, Bobby? What are you upset about? What do you know? What do you want to tell us? Tell us, Seamus. Tell us. Quit it. Don't be clawing at your mom's face on live camera. I think that's the first thing, right? Is definitely that. Talk to your therapist about joining a group. I also think just what we said before, like Teresa, friendships. Thank you, Fancy Face. Friendships. Friendships are most important. Hey, Monica M. Good to see you, babe. Melissa says, it seems the love you had has, conditions. When a parent puts a condition on their love of a child, it makes it harder as an adult to find love. Well, it was very conditional. Melissa, thank you for being a member. Yes, these are things that I really want to unpack. I'm not kidding. Like, that's just it. That's great, Kim. Yeah, and that's why I think Kim makes a good point. It's important to love yourself first, because then you'll attract somebody who's on a healthier plane, right? Who's on a healthier playing field. If I hate myself and tear myself down, I feel like I'll attract people who are more not in a healthy, healed place in their life. 6 months flirt free. Yeah, now I do flirt, but it's harmless. I've always been really super chatty with people like that. And I don't even know if I'd call it flirting. It's just, I really enjoy talking to people. I love, I mean, you saw me in Florida with Aaron. Like, I love just approaching and talking to people. Hey, daughter of the king. It's just a thing for me, and it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't mean that I'm trying to get a date. I just crave human attention, connection, and I think I crave it more being out of Scientology. I know that was cute, Kim. I figured. But there's such a fine line, and I don't know how to check out the, hey, Marie Marion, check out the personality type. Is today your birthday? Did I tell you happy birthday today? Why do I feel like it's Margie Barr? It's Margie Barr's birthday today. That's right. Check out the personality types that develop from trauma. Yes, I think that's true. I think that's very, very true. I feel like a lot of the talking to everyone in public comes from being from the mid. She's not wrong. That is a thing, guys. Like, yeah. You know what? You know how you're right about that? The damn East Coast is totally different. Remember when I told you guys I went to Washington, D.C. a couple years ago with Jeff? Holy crap. Like, I rode the subway around by myself, and I would like sit next to people, and I was like, hi, is this seat taken? And they were like, get the fuck off that seat. Like, it was crazy. People were not near as friendly. And I was like, I'm from the Midwest. Where do you live? Like, people were just like, yeah, no, we don't have this kind of time to even make eye contact with you. It was awful. Nobody wanted to talk to me. I literally felt like if Reddit was a real place, I was just sitting there with a bunch of people in Reddit. I was like, hello, I'm Reese. And they were like, get the fuck out. You're not welcome here. We hate you. I was like, fair enough. See you guys later. That's what it was, the land of Reddit. And I'm sorry to the people who live on Margie Barr. There you are. Happy birthday. I'm sorry to the people on the East Coast right now. I'm sorry, because they're not all like that. But I think that she's right. People are super friendly. People are super, super friendly when it comes to the Midwest. I used to be in Freemasonry. That's right. I was a 32nd degree. Yes, Mel Rogers. That is true. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, mods, yeah. I agree with this too. Loving yourself and feeling more confident will help you raise the bar for the higher person you let in your life. I just think I have a hard time with shame. Hey Hawks, can you let Seamus out? I just let him in. What a poo-poo head.
Come on, Seamus.
Thank you, son. I think that that's true too. Am I still going to talk about the gestures, Buffy? Yeah, I totally intend to still talk about the gestures. I'm going to show all of my gesture stuff, but I have to go through and block every name out. And it's going to take some time, but I'm just going to do it here. And I'm going to do it just with my own stuff, if that makes sense. I've lived on both coasts and I'm from the upper Midwest. It's a thing exclusive to the Northern folk. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do think I think there's a lot of truth to the Midwest thing. So that's where I'm at. This hurts. Yes, Casper was doing that, Buffy Summers. Casper made a video, but it's got some names still that just can't be shown. So I'm going to put some of my own stuff out as well. Skyfire, that's not a bad idea. Anyway, guys, I really did want to just like stick with this topic because no, I don't think I have kidney stones. Gestures are Lisa Ayers, Gestures, the Royal Order of Gestures. It's a secret sex kind of cult. It's like a gentleman only cult. They have a lot of prostitution going on. I was married to 2 men who were a part of it, and you have to be a Mason and a Shriner in order to be in that club. And it's an invite only situation. Yeah, it's a part of Freemasonry. Mel, did you know? Had you heard of the Jesters? I doubt it since you were a Mason. You were not a Shriner, but you could have. But a lot of Masons have never heard of the Jesters. You typically you have to be a Shriner in order to have heard about them. But I wouldn't doubt it if you had heard of them. Oh, you have. Okay. Bethany Lynn, pulling a Midwest. Oh, can I sneak by you? Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Monica. I watched yesterday's live on replay. I did notice the tone of the lives were different, and I'm excited for you to get back to the Reese content we love. I am too. And I'm not sure what that content is, to be honest. I'm learning some things about myself this week that are different, that hit different, that I feel different about. Nope, I was married to 2. Fred was a jester as well. Neither of my husbands were in Scientology, the last 2. The first one was born and raised. So, I don't know. It's a real thing though, and I really would like to go down this topic on several streams if you guys would do that with me, because you guys have such good wisdom and advice when it comes to relationships. And I know I've heard people say like Reese is just new out of a cult and Reese is like a teenager in the world. Yeah, I guess there's some truth to that. But honestly, I don't know what's healthy as far as relationships. So if you even have like, is your last husband back in Scientology? No. If you even have like a book recommendation, Buffy, I'm not sure. I haven't made a decision on that yet. Next time a man acts, a sight or a red flag goes off. Next, think to yourself, is he hot enough to act like that? That should answer that. I don't understand what this means. Next time a man acts a sight. Yeah, Kevin Conklin, there's some truth to that. Woofy, I agree with this too. Thank you, Susie, for your super chat. I think you'll probably tell me what you meant because I don't know. Hey, Christine Baker. Hey, nothing but love. Go play, just don't get married. Okay, so that's the thing too. I don't really ever intend to get married again. I said this a few months ago, and I really, really don't want to get married again. I don't see the purpose in getting married again. I don't. I think even the last time I was married, We kept our finances totally separate. I was not on his bank account. He was not on my bank account. Like, I don't see and this is not being shitty to marriage. Like, I'm not against marriage. For me, I don't see the purpose in it. And Woofy, you make a point. I also can't think of a time where I dated different people. Like, of course I dated Jeff, right? But like, dated different people. And I think I would like to try that out too whenever I decide to get back out there. Like, what's wrong with trying different people out? I've always like found a guy and then dated him and then it ended up in marriage or like a long-term relationship. But what's wrong with like trying out different flavors of things, if that makes sense? I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot to discover. I'm serious. That helped a lot with it, Muffet Lou. Yeah, I agree with that, C-Dub. I just don't see, for me, any reason to get married. The last 2 relationships that I had, I felt, if he acts badly, it's a red flag. Susie, yes, no question. That is my biggest thing, Susie. And thank you for your super chat. Whoever I end up talking to in the future, or however many guys I end up talking to, I am going to pay special attention to that because I'm going to be totally upfront. I have moved the goalpost so many times as far as boundaries. Like, I've changed my boundaries and adjusted to people's anger or red flags. I won't do that again. I will not allow that myself to get used like that again. Do you know anyone who is in a relationship that you really respect how they treat each other and think it's healthy? I started to look at those examples. Yes. So I thought of that too. And I thought, Teresa, how many people do we know that are actually like happily married? Like, truly respectful, in love, not like just in a marriage and it's almost like a job and they just kind of go through the motions. Like, I don't know anybody. There's no good examples for me. My parents like really love each other and it's a good example. That's the only one I can think of. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. And Don Gloves, you too, babe. Thank you for gifting a membership. Won't date again either. Same expectations. Wanda, and I totally respect that. I will not date again. No way. I love men. I love masculine attention. I love older men. I love flirting. I love sex. Like, it's maybe I'll feel differently when I'm 50, 60, 70 years old. But right now, like, I do want to have fun. I'd love to go on a date and just no expectations, obviously no sex, nothing like that, but just going out and like having fun, going on a date, getting dressed up. Like, I think I love that, Kevin Conklin. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. And yes, sex is going to be off the table for me. And here's why. Laura Dupree, you are one of them. For me, I also equate sex to deep feelings of love. Like, I get very Shannon C, can you ask a personal question? Sure. I don't know if I'll answer it, but you're welcome to ask. I equate sex, like, once I have sex with someone, I'm typically like, I feel like I'm in love. Well, they all want sex, of course, and sex is going to be appropriate once it's appropriate. But like, I don't think, for me, I've always kind of had sex pretty quickly after dating. Hey, Michelle. And I think that it would be appropriate to go on like 6, 7 dates before you did something like that, or like wait a couple of months, get to know the person. And I will do that next time around. I'm going to say, like, I respect myself right now. I'm like, I don't want to have anything physical with you because Michelle Lynn, welcome. Because of that, like, I tend to get, hormones get involved for me. I get very clingy. And that's the other problem. Joelle, thank you for being a member. Here's the other issue, and this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but it's not anything I haven't not admitted. Let me just answer your personal question if it's appropriate. I haven't read it yet. If you loved sex so much, was being with Fred so hard because you couldn't do sex, but was intimate in other ways? Was it okay not having sex? Would you be okay with that again, but in love? Yes. It was not hard for me at all to not have sex with Fred. No, I was very, very, very much in love with Fred. And yes, somewhat other ways, like just of being intimate. Yes. Like kissing for sure. But Fred being in love was more important to me. It just was. I didn't need it. It wasn't, I felt so fulfilled by him that it wasn't something I craved. And that's another issue. Like the balance issue. Like, let's be honest. Hey, Lisa, Llama Lisa, my last relationship, okay, I don't really want to get into naming names there and like details, but my last relationship, the whole internet knows, that was a very sexual relationship. Okay. Why? Because the person was very talented at it, sure, showed me some things, sure. There wasn't much else. When I look at it now, when I look at it from a different point of view, I don't feel like there was a lot else going on there. That was definitely a big part of the relationship. The physical aspect of that relationship in particular was a big part of it. That's a red flag to me. As much as I enjoyed it, it was great, but like it became mostly that's what I felt like I was getting out of it, was kind of just like a physical part of it. Like there wasn't really any other appreciation toward middle to the end, not so much in the beginning, but like I just kind of felt like at one point I realized one day, like, this has really almost become just purely sexual. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting much out of this, and it's costing me more than I'm getting. I started to realize that costing me in a lot of ways, including financially, but like, this is costing me. And I'm not, yeah, no emotional connection at all. If we go back and watch the videos and take a look at it, it was quite sexual, and that was more probably on me than the opposite, right? Like, I was the one who was overbearing about it, talked about it, flirted. I'm not trying to say it was the other way around, it was more me. But why? I mean, because I am sexual, absolutely. I love it. I love the act. I like laughing during it. I like connecting, the connection of it. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I like exploring each other, all those things. But it's out of balance. Hey, Rachel D, if the rest of it isn't there. If it's not brought on by mutual love and respect and communication, like that wasn't there. So I think toward middle to the end of the relationship, I was more and more aggressive about sex because I was like, I'm not really getting anything else out of this at this point. So I'm kind of more just upping that, like dialing up that flirt, feelings of jealousy, definitely more. And I would say on both sides, right? Feelings of jealousy became very strong on both sides. And so it just like looking back, we all do that, right? Like when something's over with, then you kind of get a better picture and idea of it. And I'm sure I'll continue to see that. But that's a red flag. As fun as that was, the physical part of it was fun. I would do it totally different now if I could. Like I'm full of regret there, like and I'm sure he is too. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to shame him right now. It just like I said the other day, it was pure toxicity. It became very, very, very toxic once we reached a certain point and there was no going back. There was no going back. So if I could do it all over, I wouldn't. Like sex is not worth it that much to me. Sex is not that fun for me to go through all that tumultuous shit. It wasn't. I wouldn't do it over. Like, and let's just be real here. As fun as that was, um, I really, really, really loved sex with Jeff too. Like the interactions. And I talked about that on my stream before. Like, I'm not, it's not like that was the best ever. Like, and going forward, I'm not worried about it. Like it will be right when it's right. But going forward, if I've learned anything, it's I'm going to date before anything physical for a very long time. And that person will respect and be okay with that if it's right. And if they're not respectful of it, then it's wrong. I'm not going to move the goalpost anymore, ever, with friendships or relationships. If something isn't right, I'm going to point that out and just go, this is a red flag. Sorry. Like I've been through this enough to see it. And I saw so many red flags in the last couple of relationships and I just kept moving them around. I will not do that again. I'm not going to do that to myself. Well, that's Muffet Lou. It's funny you say that. Muffet Lou says, I'd pay for a gigolo for you before I'd want you to see you with another Brett type. Nothing against him. This isn't a dig. It's going to come out that way. At one point toward the end, I started to feel that way. Like I almost started to feel like I became like I was paying for this. If that makes sense to you. Without going into great detail, I thought I'm losing money. Like I'm paying for everything and it's fun sexually, but like I'm not getting what I actually want in a relationship here. Like I would like to feel special. I would like someone to make a reservation and like go on a date. Kate Jordan, Reese, a book that changed my life when it comes to relationships generally. A Woman in Your Own Right. Never heard of it. Assertiveness in You by Anne Dixon. Thank you, Lisa Tate. I've not heard of that book. I'll look into it, babe. And thank you for your super chat. And Kate, I love you, girl. I love you. Thank you for your super chat. I think when we are emotionally starved, it's easy to confuse sex with love because someone is paying attention to you. And bingo, that's it right there. I equate sex with love, and clearly it doesn't go back that way always. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's true. I'm just telling you at one point, I felt like I was just kind of, what am I doing? Like, what is the future here? What am I supposed to expect here? I know what I need. And it's a problem. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to fully heal from this, but like I need a man at one point. Not guys, like I don't want anyone to confuse this with like I've got my Tinder set up. Like it's not going to happen, but when it happens, it will be right. Could be 5 years from now. But when it does happen, I need somebody that like is really into me, that's real, but like I don't want to just kind of feel like I don't even know how to put this into words. This is why it's not going to ever happen anytime soon. But I feel like I need to be kind of more put up at the top of your list as far as your priorities. Like I want to be wanted and needed. And I want to be shown that by actions and not just words and like taking me out, showing me that like it's not about money. We could go to a park, but like wanting it's the time, it's the quality, right? It's not about like take me out to dinner. It's about like show me that you want to have conversations. Show me that you want to communicate with me, that you want to know about me. And for God's sakes, please don't let me not be able to question you. I want to be able to ask questions without like people getting really angry. I want to be able to do that in a safe space, and the tone of your voice doesn't change. And don't be a liar and be loyal. Things like that. And I'm sure it's possible, but it's not healthy for me to be anywhere near that right now because I don't even know what it is. I equate sex and attention for love. That's a problem. And connection. Hey, Deidre, I equate attention for connection. Like, oh, we really connect because you showed me attention. Hey, kid. Yeah, Kevin Conklin. Here's the thing when I say I kind of want to be at the top of your list as far as priorities. I don't want to be at the top though either. Like I think it's also a red flag in a relationship if a man, if you're his number one thing ever, like I want him to be busy with his kids or his job or, hobbies. Like I don't want to be your only thing, one and only thing that you focus on. Like I want him to also have other priorities is what I mean by that. But I want to be shown a good time as far as like, I'm thinking about you. And I'm not mad at you for asking me something. And I'm not hiding things because I'm dodging this and that. It's just, Deidre, did I really? That's awesome. Me too, W.A. Hey, Brian Webb. I like the way you are processing things. Reese, send you love and light and prayers. Thank you, Brian. And guys, I'm just being honest here. I don't want to be made fun of for this, although I have no choice in the matter on that. But like, this isn't about me. I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way and think that I'm like trying to date. But I think it's healthy to talk about it. This is similar. This makes me think of like Huxley. Like when we have talks about age appropriate talks about sex and intimacy, questions he has, things like that, I would rather do that than him go try to find out from somebody else or with a girl, right? So like to me, I think it's important to talk about the stuff and not necessarily act on it, not do it, not say you're going to do it, but I think it's important to talk about it. Yeah, and I think it's also good because in a way that manifests it, right? We're putting good out there. If I say like this is what I want, this is what I deserve. This is what I have to give to somebody else. I said that just not that long ago, sadly, to Tommy. When we were still talking a couple weeks ago, I said, I just want to be loved by you the way that I love you. I really, really, really loved and cared about that man. I would have done anything. I was infatuated. And I said that to him. I said, I want you to love me the way I love you. And you don't. And I don't feel that. And I feel like you're like, not only do you not, but like you're irritated with me. You don't like me anymore. You don't need me anymore. I kept saying that toward the end. Like, I can tell you don't even need me anymore. And I knew what I was saying. And I came to terms with it. I knew I wasn't needed anymore for whatever I was being used for. I could tell it was over with. Dude was so irritated and agitated with me behind the scenes and just like bored of me. And everybody could tell. A lot of people could tell. And it wasn't that way in the beginning. It was amazing, but it burnt out. And it was just, well, it ended up being something else. By the end, we all know what it ended up being. And I think that I wasn't even truly probably loved. I think it was more I was being used for something, right? Alana, Reese, I want you to watch the stream in a couple of days and make a list of everything that you have said you want in a man. The words I have heard are respectful, independent, physical intimacy, thoughtfulness, patience, actions, time, connection. That I love. I love that. And you're right. And I don't know that Alana, thank you for your giant super chat, by the way. I don't know that I've had that outside of Fred much. My first husband was great, but he was young and I wouldn't say we were in love. We were best friends. But yeah, I didn't get any of those things, sadly, but once we all found out what happened at the end, it was really hard for me to accept that. I don't know that I was even, thank you, Suze Chappie. It's hard for me. Somebody asked me this the other day, and I don't know that how deeply we want to get into this, but someone said, do you miss him? Like, do you still feel sad? Do you love him? I'm sad that it turned out to be nothing that I thought it was. And I think I had plenty of time. Once I saw those text messages, there was no going back for me. And I've felt this way in the past. You can abuse me, you can say I'm stupid, you can tell me a lot of things. And possibly even in the past, I would have said you could get physical with me. But I am the type, if you cheat on me, actually, that's not true. If you call me stupid, that's kind of a big one for me because Jeff used to do that. That's very triggering for me. But cheating, whether it be physical or emotional, I am out. I check out. I pull back immediately. I feel nothing anymore. I feel totally mistreated and just like don't need to be here. And it took me a couple of weeks to process that. To be honest, it was really, really hard for me to read those texts. Oh my God, Seamus. To read those texts and know that I was probably one of 15 people, and I was probably just the YouTube one. I'm not saying that's true. I don't know. But it was hard for me to read that and still feel loyal and dedicated. It was very hard for me. I do hate lying, Muffet Lou, I do. You're right. I know, guys, but yeah, it's hard to know. I think it's still hard for me to swallow this because we were all in this together, whether you like it or not. This relationship was totally put on blast on YouTube, everywhere. And you saw everything I saw, and you felt everything I felt. Everybody saw it and thought it was real. It was really, really hard for me to swallow that I was not probably loved at all. I was probably just totally used for a specific purpose that I'm still not aware of exactly what that purpose was. And it's still hard for me to even accept that. It's hard for me because I say this, I don't know if I've said this yet on YouTube. I've said it to all my friends that I've talked to the last few days. There's a difference here. Hey, Brenda, Robert, there's a difference here. And this doesn't make it okay what I'm about to say, but this is what I've been thinking in my head all this time. And I said this. Hey, Galen, I knew he was an asshole. I put up with assholes. I mean, like, I don't mind having a relationship with that's an asshole. I will going forward. But my point is, this is what was going through my head. I knew he was an asshole. I didn't know I didn't exist to him. Like, I didn't know that I was an absolute nothing. Like, I didn't know that I would call this more evil. I thought I was dealing with like asshole behavior. And I'm going to say this. I've been saying this. Jeff was an asshole. No question. No question. But I feel like there's a difference on this one. I do believe in my heart, Jeff loved me. I believe he probably screwed around on me a lot. But I also believe like there were just certain, I just believe it. I think he loved me in his own way that he could, twisted way, right? Like not a healthy way. But I don't think in this last one I was loved at all. And that's a tough thing to say. That's a tough thing for me to process. And I'm not there. I know that's the truth. I'm trying. It's like, here's the truth. And I'm trying to look at it, but I'm like, no way. There's no way. And I say that because I'm like, you guys were all there too. We were all there. And I'm embarrassed. Like rejection is a tough thing for me when it comes to being in love, not in the world. But being rejected and like knowing he didn't love me at all, like I was just totally fucking used up for like whatever purpose that I still am not entirely sure. I still am not entirely sure what, like the fact that everything was scripted. I still don't know that I know all of the ins and outs of that, which is quite frightening, to be honest. But I mean, I can look back on my marriage to Jeff and I think like, I hope he's happy. I hope he's happy with his new lady. Like, I know that this is it. You were a mark. That's tough for me and embarrassing that I was a mark and I didn't know it. And I'm embarrassed that I didn't know it. I'm angry. We're going to go into this. I don't, in the next few streams, like, I don't want to get into details, but I will say I'm angry that like, just looking back on all the details of everything. Thank you, Audrey. Like thinking, I don't want to go into this because thinking about the streams where like remember where he would sit next to me and be like, I'm so proud of her. She's come such a long way. I can't wait to watch her grow. What a strong lady. I saved her. All of that. I look back on it now and I'm like, whatever the plan was, I just get the impression that he was like, we got to get this Jeff guy out of the way. I got to have this I mean, even proposing in front of the world like that seemed like such a con to con you guys even to go, oh, I want one of those. That's amazing. What a fairy tale. And it sucks. It makes me so embarrassed and mad for all of you. We were all duped. And I'm like, how come I didn't see this? Again, knew he was an asshole. I knew that. Didn't know I was a mark. I didn't know the whole thing was a con. So there's a difference. I know people are mad at me like, why didn't you tell the world? Because I just found out myself. And it took me a few weeks to process it and actually accept that that was even true. It was really hard for me to go, wait, I was just given a ring. I just saw these texts. Like, it was really tough for me to actually look at the picture and go, yep, I'm embarrassed that I didn't know that part. Again, I knew about the abusive language and behavior and all those red flags, but I thought he was just an asshole that loved me, that had problems. And he would tell me that, like, it's because of my brain, or it's because of my upbringing, it's because of my childhood. And I would make excuses for that. I'd go, I get it. I had no leg to stand on. I came from a horrible childhood and I treat people like shit too. I get that. I can make room for that. Hey, Snooshy, I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, he started calling me kid after I came on YouTube and said that Fred called me kid. Everybody pointed that out. Like, all of a sudden he started calling me kid after I said that Fred called me kid. And it's just, there's so many things now that I'm looking at day by day, minute by minute. And I'm like, oh my God, like that wasn't real. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that even like months ago, like all these things, I'm like, he knew that, like, he took advantage of that. He took advantage of like all those things that I was vulnerable about and saw it as a way to manipulate it. And I'm like, damn, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I didn't know that part. And I'm like, shit, none of us saw that. Well, some of us might have seen it. A lot of you actually said, I saw this coming, you know. No, Shannon C. He groomed you. I don't fully guess I understand the definition of groomed. To me, grooming means like, ouch. Grooming means when you are like molding and shaping somebody to try to woofy, that's amazing. To try to, I don't know, maybe I don't know what it means. It's hard for me to put it into words. Like getting somebody ready to be a part of something is kind of how I feel like that means. Yeah, DOA loves rainbows. It is an experience for sure that I learned from, and I'm moving forward stronger and smarter. I agree with that. I just, I feel better. I hate to say this, but I feel better knowing, by Monica, that I'm not the only one in this group that like didn't see it coming. And I'm sad that there's other women out there. Like, I'm sure right now he's already with another woman. Like, I'm sure now that I know, that Vanessa said that like he literally went from me, Vanessa, to me, like within a week or days or even maybe overlapping. I see the pattern, and I'm sure that like there's already, I have no doubt that there were other women already on the back burner. Um, ready to go, like in the chamber. I think I was the YouTube one, but I have reasons to believe, and I'm not going to say what they are. There were some things that happened, and I think that there's like probably 10 or 15 other ones that he was doing the same thing with, too, flirting, texting, whatever, possibly sleeping with. I don't know. I have no idea. But it hurts. Like that's my number one thing is cheating on me, having an emotional relationship with somebody else, like all of those things. And it sucks that like he knew that. And that's a real bummer for me. I did expose him for the sake of others. Absolutely. For me and for everybody else. I knew it had to be told publicly. I've said that. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do it. I just didn't know how to do it without being in harm's way, right? With like, how do you drop that kind of a bomb? I sat on it trying to figure out how I was going to untangle from that, how I was going to safely do it, keep my kids safe, keep my house safe, keep me safe. I'm sorry I didn't do it in the quick manner everybody expected, but I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I am thankful now with what happened, like I said, and how it ended up happening, but I almost think that's like a Fred thing or a God thing, how it ended up I was able to do it. But I see cutesy J, yeah. I was reluctant, yeah. But I know I'm not the only woman. I know I'm not the only victim. I know there's other women out there. And like I said yesterday, it makes me sad for those women who don't want to speak out. It makes me sad. I will help you if I can. I just don't know what to do. Report it. That's all I can say. Report it. Do what you can to take care of yourself because it's horrible. And I don't know. I don't know positive life. That's a great question. Galen says, I think what bothers me as a woman and is very dangerous. He was looking at the net worth of people that were coming on his channel and communicating with them. And I bought memberships. Absolutely. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. This is a dangerous situation. And it is for all of us. That's why I had to tell you guys. I said that. Kept saying that. I was talking to myself about it before it ever occurred, before I brought it out. And I kept thinking, I have to tell these people. This isn't a situation of like, he cheated on me. Like, if I was thinking that, if he had done something like that, if I found out he was cheating, let's just say nothing to do with conning. If I found out he was cheating, I would have never told you guys. I wouldn't have. No way. That's stupid. That's lame. It's lame for me, not other people. You want to do that? Speak your truth. If we break up, you guys won't know it. I meant that. But all of those rules changed once I found out what I found out. And I felt like I have to tell these women more than the men. Like the women need to know. But how do I do that and protect these women and tell them so they can make their own decision, but keep me protected? How am I going to do that? And that took me a little bit to try to figure out. And I really had a hard time. It was eating at me. Meanwhile, I knew and had to swallow and process that I was not loved at all. I was totally used as a chess piece for some game. That was tough. That was tough for me. And it's still tough for me. And like I said, I'm embarrassed and I'm ashamed and I'm feeling bad because I know that there's probably a string of other women. I know I'm not the only one. Like, again, right now, I'm sure he's with one or more women that were already in the chamber ready to go. And I'm really embarrassed about that. It's just, I hope that this never happens again to me. And I would love to say, I hope that it isn't going on. I hope he's not with other women right now. But I think that this is the guy's MO. I think that this is what he does. And I think he uses women, and I think he gets money out of women, and I'm just sad about that. And again, these are my thoughts. I'm not gonna go into detail why I think that. I'm never gonna say, like, "Let me show you what he did here." I don't wanna do that. Honestly, I don't wanna do that. It's not healthy for me. I need to move forward, but at the same time, it's okay to highlight that this was really bad, and it became very dangerous, and I hope that those other women get help in whatever way they can. I don't even know who they are, but I'm sure there are other women that are hurting right now because of his actions. I hate that. He's really good at saying one thing and doing something else. I saw it when I tried out the lifeboat for a short time. He puts on a good show, but his stated values don't match his behaviors. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the answer to that, Jeannie, right? What was he doing with all the money he was raking in? I don't know. That's the thing too, is he knew all of my finances. I never knew his. I tried to ask, but I didn't get answers. So like I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I never saw, like bank online stuff. I never saw anything. That was all kept under wraps. Like I didn't know the answers to that, but he knew my finances. So I don't know. And everybody says drugs. I mean, that could be. I just don't know. And I hate to speak to things that like I absolutely don't know about. I'm not going to sit here and say like dude was on drugs. I don't know. But yeah, I mean there was a lot of red flags, Sandy Wandy, and I just am still having a hard I'm struggling with this because there was so many good times. Like we saw it. We saw it. And it's just like how? How did that happen? How do we Does he have all your info, all the gesture stuff? He shouldn't, and it's not fair if he uses that for something. Shannon, he has every single gesture, anything on gestures that I have. Yes. And he may use it. He can. It's not illegal. Alana says it's very common to cult hop within 2 years. Think about how he drew you in. The love bombing, control, etc. His behavior to you was familiar. Yes, but that sucks. Now that I look back on it, I thought it was real. And so now that I know it wasn't, that's just such a bummer. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, you're right. He did not pay me back. And that's okay. That's all right. I hope he gets help. I really do. I hope that for everybody. I don't know what that even entails. I don't know if that means rehab. I don't know what that means, like major therapy. I don't know. But I don't think everybody is all bad. I don't think everybody's all good. I know that I saw good in him. I know that I hope that maybe he loved me in his own way, but what does it matter? Like whether he did or didn't. It's over. We won't ever speak again. So who cares? It just hurts. And I'm ashamed. He convinces women that the date grape drug he smuggles in his will makes. See, again, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. So I'm not even going to be like, yep, that's right. I don't know. Do any of us know if that's actually true, like a fact? I don't know. That is one thing though that's true. We have all made mistakes. Everybody's made mistakes in one way or another. And so I'm not going to sit here and say like I shouldn't have made the mistake. It makes sense that I made the mistake. It's just really, I thought a runny nose was a side effect of Suboxone. He did say that. I looked it up. It's not a side effect. Take that for what you will. Wow. Yeah, Laker dog. I thought that was a side effect of Suboxone. That's what he told us. To be totally honest and upfront about that, I didn't question him on that stuff, guys. One, because it was hard to question him. He'd get very angry. And so I learned early on not to challenge him. He had anger issues. He admitted to that. Okay. Like, that's not the worst thing. People have anger issues. He tried to keep it under wraps, but um, I did not question those things. I did not question, like, are you on drugs? Like, that's not my thing. I didn't do that. I chose to trust him. And that's the other thing that, I've seen people try to hold against me is that, well, you knew he was a sex offender. No, I didn't know he was a sex offender. That got thrown around by people who would come in and say that in the chats. I never saw anything to prove that. I asked him one time, I said, are you a registered sex offender? Like, I just need to know. And he said no. And he gave me the story he gave everybody else, which was I was like 17, she was 16, or I was 16, she was 15, whatever the story was. And he said that he was investigated and he had that test, whatever that was called. He's talked about this at length on YouTube. And he told me that story, and I accepted that as truth. So I did not know that. I did not know that. And I still don't know that. He's apparently not a registered sex offender. Now, does that mean that it didn't happen? Does that mean that if there is someone out there saying he did this to me, I don't believe them? No, you believe them. But I don't even know where to believe it. I see it in chats. I see it in comments. I've never actually seen anything on like government paper or, you know what I mean? Like a sex offender registry. I've seen people go, he's a sex offender. Like, that's all I've seen. So I asked him about it and he explained it away and I believed it. And I'm not even so sure that he is. I don't know. I've not been shown. So I don't know. But that's all I knew. Did he say what about Huxley, Audrey? Right. But I still can't seem to get an answer out of anybody here. Yeah, he was charged. Okay. Is he charged for what? So is he on a registered sex offender list? Is he a registered sex offender? Does anybody actually know the answer to that? That doesn't seem like it would be hard to show. I don't know if he is or isn't. Yeah, if he is, it's public knowledge. Nobody's ever shown that though. So I just don't know. You can look it up, but it's not helpful at this point. Yeah, I mean, I have to assume, I hate to say this, but I have to assume at this point, everything was a lie. Everything was a lie. Like I'm sure he probably was. Like, I don't know. I haven't been shown it. I don't know. But hey, Jill, everything at this point was probably not the truth. And that is tough for me to accept. Please forgive me while I go through that grieving process of accepting that. And if you can't and you would rather just be angry with me, that is also your right. I'm angry with myself. I don't like to think of myself as stupid, like, especially street smart. I feel like I'm somewhat of a smart cookie when it comes to certain things. Other things, I am dumber than a sack of diapers. I will be the first to admit it. Like, Reese, come on, girl. Like, I do that to myself. There are certain topics where I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. But I'm embarrassed that, like, I feel like I should have seen better on this. I should have seen things a little bit more clearly. Again, you have to understand what I'm saying. Separate it. I knew he was a jerk. I saw those flags. I saw those flags in my ex-husband. I've seen those flags before. I was okay with those flags at the time, so I moved forward. Once I saw what I couldn't unsee was that I was totally just a part of a mark. I was just a pawn. That is when I stepped away and thought, oh shit, this is not what I thought it was. How the hell am I going to get out of this? And not, like, I also felt like I have to share this because, one, other people have to know about this, that they are being conned. But two, to show that, like, I'm not a part of it. Now that I know, I don't want people to think I'm in on this. It sucks. It sucks either way. I don't see him in the sex offender database. Okay, Susie, I don't know. That still doesn't mean anything. I mean, hey, Melissa, I don't know. I have also been told a lot of crazy rumors in the last few days about just one-on-one conversations I've had with people, and they sound crazy to me. I'm like, "What?" Like, people who are like, "You also don't know, but he was doing this." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm still having a hard time accepting that. But it's also, you can't just believe what's true. You also have to look at it like that, okay? Because people are out there talking shit about me, saying totally fabricated things, saying half fabricated things, saying some things that are kind of true but like left some details out. So it's also like, I also want to do it some justice because people do that to me. So if I just blindly believe everything, right, about me, that's not true. That's not fair. People do that a lot with me. They're like, "I heard that you're this, so I'm unfollowing you." And it's like, believe whatever you want. I am whatever you say I am. That's not true. It didn't happen, or whatever it is. So it's like, I also know what it's like on the other side of that. No longer your concern. You're right. I'm just talking it out, and I'm sure I'm going to get slapped back for this. Spanx hated me. Tommy told me that though, like early on, Renee B. Renee B, I'm surprised you're in here. I don't think that you're a fan of me at all, but you can absolutely be here. I'm just surprised to see you. I was told by Tommy that Spanx hated me. But to be fair, Tommy said to me many times, my brother fucking hates you. My son fucking hates you. My mom fucking hates you. Like, he said that to me many times. So I don't know. Maybe Spanx didn't. I know he does now. How much do I think Johnny was involved? I don't know. I know what you know on that audio that I released. That's what I know. I know what came out of his mouth. Spanx, I think, is 33, Audrey. We all heard what came out of his mouth about his brother. So I don't know. They live with their mom. Yes, they live with their mom. Dawn Gloves, the registry only goes back so far. If this happened when he was young, it wouldn't be there. The registry only goes back so far. If this okay. Dawn Gloves, apparently they're saying it happened in 1997. So he would have been what? He was born in 70. Wait, yeah. So he was 17. So I don't know if what if and whatever happened, if that was his age. The gaslighting is what kills me too, Holiday. His mom and I did get along great. Absolutely. What happened when he said that his mom hated me was after our last breakup. That one with why he broke up with me over Aaron. Oh, was he 27? Did I get the math wrong? Sorry. He told me after that, when I did that stream and I said that we broke up, and remember he came into my office, that's when he told me his mom hated me. So when I was going to Tucson, December, I was like, I don't know that I want to come. Your mom hates me. And he was like, I just said that your mom doesn't hate me. And she didn't. She was very kind to me in Tucson. Very kind, just to clear that up. I'm sure she hates me now. I'm sure the whole family hates me now. And for that, I apologize. This wasn't to smear him. If anybody can fully let me like shout that from the rooftops. This isn't, I'm mad. We're not together anymore. I'm just a jealous woman going on a rampage. This is major stuff that concerns the law at this point. Okay. I'm working with law enforcement. I have to. So this is not that. This is concerns me and it concerns everybody else. We all have to protect ourselves. And I don't know who is involved, meaning I don't know who was the next victim. So I knew I had to put this out there for all the women that he was saying. I looked up their houses to see what they're worth. I had to get that out there, but I also had to keep myself and my child safe at the same time. That's what this was about. Deanna Downey, yeah, okay. Teresa, I want to remind you, Reese, that you asked us to let you make your own choices and decisions since that wasn't something you were able to do in the past. You wanted the success or failures to be your own. This is how you grow. And she's right. And Teresa, thank you for your super chat. That's right. This is my failure, and I accept it as my failure. This is nobody's fault. This is not even Tommy's fault. I don't blame Tommy even for where I'm at. I should have ended this a long time ago. I knew that this was not going to be good for me in the long run. It was not a totally conscious thing. It was one of those things where you feel the red flag. You feel it. It's just a feeling of like, this isn't good. I just felt it. So it's not anybody's fault but my own. And I'm accepting that. And I have to pick up the pieces. I have to go through therapy. I have to unlearn what I learned. But I do also believe that experiences, like really bad experiences like this, at least, I mean, you do learn something. I did learn a lot from this. Hey, Stephanie Lind, I did. And to be totally honest, it wasn't all bad. Tommy taught me a lot of good things. He treated me with respect in the beginning. I mean, it doesn't sound good the way that just came out because it's not good. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. And that's where I need to I'm sorry to hear that, Grandma Sunshine Dragon. That's where I need to heal and not be in another relationship for a very long time. Because what I just said is not acceptable for any woman. And honestly, I have a responsibility because of the platform that I have, and a lot of people listen to me. And I don't want to put out there for my own kid, even, but even for you guys, I don't want to think that that's acceptable. Like, it was good in the beginning. That's not good enough. That's when you end it. When things start to not get good, it's fucking over. Respect yourself enough to do that. I didn't respect myself enough, which is why I'm in the boat I'm in, right? Which is why I treated all those people I talked about yesterday like shit. I didn't respect me. That's where we're at now. And I have to clean that mess up within me. And I have to stop reaching for masculine attention and energy as if it's like something that I need. That's a good point, Joel. You'd never go into a relationship with anyone if they were nasty from the start. Yeah. I disagree respectfully. He's a predator and you were vulnerable and he targeted you specifically. So no blame lies at your door. Victims blame themselves. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that, women's warrior. This isn't a tear down Tommy talk either. It's my point of view of things. I just should have had enough self-respect to go, no more. Absolutely, DP in Tennessee. I am on a journey. And like Kim is Blue said, I don't even like wish him well or them, his whole family. Like, it just doesn't matter anymore. It's not important to me anymore. What's important is that I clean myself up to be a better person and treat people better, not relationships, just people in general. Just treat people with more respect. Because that's my biggest downfall that I've come across so far is I didn't respect people well enough because I didn't respect myself. Thank you, Woofy. So on that note, you guys, I said I wasn't going to do a long show, and look where we are. It's no longer my concern. It's just not. Yeah, Rhonda, you're right. Yeah, Sue's Chappie. What do I think I need to do in order to heal and process? I think definitely continue in therapy and probably try to have therapy more often. I think friendships are very important right now because I never had them. I love you too, Deanna Downey. I never had them. And so I think nurturing friendships right now is the best thing for me and getting to know myself better, getting to know what I like, what I don't like. Um, but I really do believe in friendships right now because I never fully valued or cared about friendships, and I do now more than ever. No, and you're right about that, Joel. I won't ever let this happen to me again. Thank you, Audrey. I stand up for myself way more. Did he ever help financially with the cats? No. Life is short. It was somewhere after, like in mid January, that he told me that. So, like I say, 6, 7 weeks ago. Did my therapist have concerns? Yes. My last therapist told me every time I talked to him, he would say, "This guy is a walking red flag." Those were my therapist's words. Toward the end, not in the beginning, but toward the end. I love you, dangerous journeyman. Those were his words. This guy is a walking red flag. You need to get away from this. Yeah. Yeah. So there's nobody to blame but me, just so you guys know. Blame it on me. And I mean that. Okay. So, like, there's nobody to blame. People tried to warn me. My therapist said something. I didn't listen. That is on me. Okay. Kid, that's a lot. It's a lot going on. But I do believe that right now, friendships are really important and getting to know myself, taking it one step at a time, not beating myself up, not letting other people beat me up. Like, there's a lot of that going on too. Just people being like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You didn't apologize enough. You need to apologize more to this. Like, I said from my heart what I meant, and it was a blanket apology. And I'm not going to dance for other people. I'm not going to do what other people feel that I didn't do enough of. And I thought about that too. Those people who feel like it's not enough, did you even like me to begin with? Like, when will it be enough? Is it ever going to be enough? Because I also kind of feel like if I died in a car wreck this afternoon, those people would be like, well, she was a shitty person. I don't think it's going to be enough because I don't think those people are ever going to see me any other way. And that is okay too. But just call that for what it is. Don't say it's not enough. You should have done more. Don't say you need to say this to this person. You just don't want to like me. And instead of calling me up to tell me, you want to make that public and all of those things, right? Like, you never had an interest in fixing any of this anyway. And that's a bummer. It'll never be enough. But I meant what I said, and I apologize. I really do. But I'm not going to go on any more of an apology tour. I meant it. And those people matter to me, and I care about them, whether they care about me or not. I'll always care about them. Woofy, do you like you? Yeah, I do. I'm starting to like me more. And I'm starting to think I'm less ugly physically. Like, I'm starting to try to like myself physically, starting to just kind of try to find things about me that like somebody else will eventually like about me. Because to be honest, I don't see another man being attracted to my personality. It's a lot, and I'm awkward and silly, and I don't know a lot. And I think that makes things difficult for people in the human world. Like, I think I am such a fucking weirdo as far as like, I'm so new at shit. It's awful. It's awkward. I kind of get it now when Jeff was like, you don't know that? You should know that. Like, how am I going to make this work with another human being? So friendships are kind of where it's at for me right now. Because I think I'm too awkward for most people. And I'm being serious. It's not a joke. I know I'm awkward. I know I say really dumbass shit. And I think that's going to be a problem for a lot of people. Thank you, Brenda Robert. Before, you didn't think we were worthy of that self-respect. Now you've learned that you do deserve that. You have grown so much, and I'm proud. Helena, thank you, babe. And thank you for your super chat. I am learning it. But I don't know that I'm going to be attractive to a lot of men. And I don't mean physically. I just mean like personality. No, No, whine a little bit more. I mean, there's a lot to that. Whine a little bit more. And I'm not trying to get you guys to say the opposite for me. I'm just saying, like, when I have interactions with people in public, it's awkward. It's awkward. And I don't know how most men are going to take that. You know, I think in the beginning, maybe they think it's cute, but like, I think it wears on them and they're like, oh shit, you really are kind of dumb. Like, you really don't know. Like, you didn't know that Philadelphia, like, I thought Antarctica was a state. Like, I think people think that's cute at first. And then it's like, oh shit, you're dumb, girl. Like, yeah, this is too much of a mess for me. I don't know. I don't know. But I know I'm not in a healthy place to be in a relationship. So it doesn't really matter. I just know that I'm attracted to smart men and like men that are of like power. And I don't know that that's going to be a good match because I don't crave power. One, I don't crave it. I never have. If I had to choose all, like I've heard that, if you could choose all the power in the world or all the money in the world, what would you choose? I would choose all the money in the world. I don't want power. I want people to make decisions for themselves. Power is a weird thing for me. It's a weird dynamic. And I know a lot of people crave it. I never have. I would do the money route before I would do the power route. So I'm probably going to have to end up with even friends, but not just men, but friends, people who are very patient and understanding that like, I'm new to a lot of things. I'm not going to say I don't know anything. That's not true, but I'm new to a lot of things, including relationships. Are you attracted to power or confidence? Confidence, Katie did. I'm very attracted to confident men. Ree, thank you, babe. Thanks for being a member, Ree. These past two men might have known facts, but they definitely weren't smart. Pleases don't undervalue emotional intelligence, which you naturally have a lot of. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, I love that. The right person will balance you out. Calm, steady, smart, but fiercely caring and protective. And again, I think like before everybody jumps on me going, you are not ready to date. What are you doing? I'm not ready to date. I'm not interested in it. But I do enjoy talking about these things. I think it's healthy to talk about things because we all have that in common. Relationships, we all have that in common. And again, I think it kind of sets the stage for what do I want to like? No, we don't want that. But yes, we do want that. I think it puts things into like manifesting and it makes things more healthy for me. But before we end this stream, I don't want people to run off with this going, look at this bitch. It hasn't even been a week. Guys, I am absolutely mourning this relationship. I'm also in denial, and it makes me feel better to not confront it and talk about dating because it's my way of coping. That's all. It's an unhealthy way of coping. I realize how fresh I am out of this, and I realize what a fucking mess I have to clean up before I ever consider anything else. I just want to say that. Yes, and Dawn Gloves, I'm processing it. That's all I'm doing. I'm processing it. Thank you, Cutesy J. Shout out to the Bug Tussle PD. Kim is blue, yes. Yes, especially to that strapping gentleman within the Bug Tussle PD that, yeah, no, I saw sparks, but that's the problem. I see a lot of sparks all the time, and that's a problem. I love you guys. Cutesy J, that's adorable. Keep our Reese safe, officers. They are keeping me safe. And guys, I do have a safety plan in place. Like, know that. I don't want anyone to be like, it could be Holiday. Let's hope not. I don't have the best health insurance. They are. I really do appreciate the Bug Tussle PD. They are amazing men, especially that one, if he's watching. Anyway, neither here nor there. I'm going to end it on that. And I love you all. Thank you for listening. And thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your super chats and your memberships as well. I really do appreciate it. I love you too, Buffy. Yeah, goosebump it was. Naomi Hales, love you, girl. I will go get on the heating pad. Yes. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. You know what? Let's maybe do my Goodwill haul tomorrow. If you guys are up for it. Do you guys want to see what I bought at the Goodwill? It's probably a pulled muscle. Yeah, it probably is. Let's do that tomorrow. It won't take up the whole stream, but I do want to show you guys what I got. All right. I will see everybody tomorrow. Everybody be safe. I love you. And I will drink water, Don Gloves. Thank you for listening to me tonight, and hit subscribe because YouTube unsubscribes you. For those that want to be subscribed, please hit subscribe. And thank you for being with me, guys. Thank you for your time. And here comes Fred, everybody.